Very often, when I'm talking to people about how they are preparing for job interviews, they're often thinking about how they will answer the questions that are asked of them. Now, that's really important, but I want to also add in just how important it also is to be prepared to ask meaningful questions. Now, what does that mean and why do you need to do that? First of all, you need to think about job interviews and you potentially joining a company is it needs to be a two-way street because they are trying to figure out if you might be a good fit to help them in their organization, but you also need to discover if it's a great fit for you. And so you need to ask questions accordingly. And the questions that you should ask should actually help you to serve both of your interests, both you figuring out if it's a great fit for you and if the company can envision you working there. So let me give you a couple of examples. First of all, one of the most common questions that is asked at the beginning of an interview is, tell me about yourself. Now you could go in and start telling your life story or your educational background or work history, and that could potentially work fine, but one way that you could answer this question is actually by countering with a clarifying question. Say, that's great, I'd love to share anything that you would like to know that might be helpful for you to know if I might be a great fit for this role. Now, what would you specifically like to know about me so that I can answer this question appropriately? What this does is it helps them to tell you exactly what it is they're interested in. If they want to know about the details of your work history, great. Or if they want to know more about your skills or something else, then that's great too. So it really helps you dial in what you present to them. So that's just one example. If you're towards the end of an interview and they ask you if you have any questions, you might ask something like this. Okay, this seems like a really great opportunity, something that I could be really interested in. Now, I want to make sure that if I were to join the company, I would be as successful as possible. So can you tell me, if we were to talk 6 months from now, after me joining this company, what would I have to accomplish in order for you to feel like I was a success, that hiring me was a great fit? What sorts of things would I need to accomplish? What sorts of metrics would you like to see happen so that you felt like hiring me was a great choice? Asking a question like this helps them to define what success looks like to them and explain that to you. And it also lets you know if those things that they're asking of you are really doable and are a great fit for you. And you might be able to clarify whether or not you believe some of those things are possible. These are just some examples of ways that asking the right questions, not just answering questions, can be a great way to add to your approach to a great job interview.